some of these older homes, some of the stuff that looks like new damage is actually really old damage. It's just been repaired, painted over, and given way. So we want to get all that stuff straightened out as well. In this particular case, these garage doors are never going to open again. They've been painted shut years and years now. There's a whole room behind that. So we're just trying to get it all nice and clean and flat. So the concern isn't necessarily making these functional. The concern is making them pretty and preserving this wood. And that's what we're doing. Where's the... Loose enough to come off, we want it off. It's too tough, it needs to stay. We let it stay. It's not a thread. Anything loose, it's pinch or out. Anything letting water in is bar out. Kind of thing we want to reclog. It's catching water. No cracks. Get them gone. Takes no time to reclog that. Comes off, you let it. Help it even. Gotta get it off. That old caulk into. It's just gonna trap. It's gonna trap water. We want no trapped water. We can patch all of this. Then paint. But all that rough stuff gotta go. Let that knife cut you just on the outside of that corner. Get it out. And then that water that got into that corner behind that paint. Right, the water will dig its own little hole. It'll find a place. But that paint will stop where the water stopped. And you seal that up. And you're good. You don't want to put pressure water on this one because it's all too fragile at this stage. I am going to hit the front, hit a lot of that brick with it, pressure washer. Right now I want to get any of this paint that's still wanting to peel to peel. And I'll sand it down flat. Fill in whatever gaps and caulking it needs to happen. Wherever any of that needs to happen. But we don't want all these hard, harsh, layered breaks. What we got? So, maybe we put some 220. Won't be too harsh. I'd like some 180, but I don't know if I have it here. If you're wondering, some of this I'm feathering down, some of it I'm knocking paint off. Paint off. If it won't come off, then leave it alone. But you do want to feather it down so that these things don't show up in your new paint. So I'm either gonna feather them down where you can't feel that to the touch, or I'm gonna come fill it back in. But this is where it's all stopped, and where it stops is where you can stop. It's a lot of pressure I'm putting on this. It stays up under that, and it's gonna be there, so it's not gonna be a hazard to my new paint. Hey, hey fellas, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How's everyone? So yeah, we're going around this whole house today, and I'm just knocking things down, getting down to the wood where I can, particularly on the more visible parts of the house, the front, and this is the side where everyone pulls up, so we want to put a little extra work on that. But we got these windows that we got down to its bare. If you see my shorts, you'll see how we did that, or how we're doing that in the process of it. See all that paint that gets left behind from the years and years of repaints and stuff like that. I have to strip that off, otherwise our paint job won't look good. That old paint's there and you can't tell which is which. So no matter how tight our lines and our cuts are in, if that's left like that, it's going to look like a bad paint job. And we want to make sure we do a good job, no matter what we're doing. Right? Heat guns on some of it, wire wheels on some of it, sanders on some of it, chisels on some of it, but whatever gets the job done. Yeah, repainting everything white, everything that's wooden. It's a brick home, so you know, some breaks in that, but still a lot of ladder work here. Not too high though, not too high. Nothing that a 28 footer can't do. No, this is a client of mine. I've been restoring this house and working on it for years. Every time they need something, I come out. I put the gutters on this house. I put a couple windows on this house. I built a bathroom in this house. Renovated a kitchen in this house. Painted the interior. Yeah. Great space. This house is 98 feet long. It's a big old house. It doesn't look like 2 stories, but it's actually 3. One's underground. And one's got attic space. Did a lot of scraping. Gonna do a light pressure wash, not really with pressure, but just to put the chemical on it, eat away that algae, make sure none of this stuff comes back. And then I'm gonna continue to break up all the rough stuff till we're nice and smooth everywhere, so that our finish can be nice and smooth. Like I said, this is our biggest culprit: old bad cut-ins. And that happens once, and every painter after that doesn't care, and they'll just slop on the paint. But we're gonna fix that. We're gonna get this off the brick, and we're gonna get these edges back crisp, and give this house the proper. Oh, my fault. Appreciate you, Marco. Let me know. Yeah, so we're gonna get the flat disc. Gonna throw it on the grinder, and we're gonna get all this junk that whoever did that 1,000 years ago, and every painter after him that decided that it wasn't my fault, so I'm gonna leave it. And we're gonna get this out. When do I think it's gonna be done? I would say I got at least another day. I finished today prepping. I'll have another day full prep for the backside windows, and then I'll start priming things. That'll take about 2 days. Let's say about a week over here. The point that I'm at right now. So, where's my stop? Okay. I had the same grinder for like 15 years. I've had this one for at least 2. I'm still getting used to it. But it's great. My old one was a Milwaukee, if you were interested. So I've got nothing bad to say about Milwaukee's grinders. I also have nothing bad to say about DeWalt's grinders either. Flap disc, standard Diablo. Pop them on. Finger tight. Once the disc is making contact and they're spinning together, stop it, lock it, and then turn them together. Right? Just grab them both, turn them together. When you can't go anymore, let it go. You're all good. All right. Let's see if we can make something happen here. You ever tried a wire grinding disc? Yeah, absolutely. You'll look in, if you see on my shorts, you'll see that that's my other technique for this. I did that on the windows. Where's that? Oh, yep. Yeah, but I was using that on the windows, well, around the windows. But check out how effective this can be. I mean, it's night and day. It's night and day. Pretty fast too. Hey, appreciate that, Professor. All right, well, I'll at you. What's going on, Marco? Those wire grinding discs do work great, bro. Sorry, I put my tummy in y'all's face. I'm all right, bro. How are you? Yeah. So yeah, we're doing it. So we're getting that cleaned up. Looking better than that for sure. Looking better than that. Give me a little bit of the other. cleaning brick and prepping for paint. Here's what we're getting rid of. going on, Jimmy? Jimmy Battles. What's happening? All right, so we're getting it done. A little bit more left to go up there. We'll move on to the other side. Got the brick all cleaned out around this side. This side. Got some sanding on this door done. Still gonna have to get some priming on all of this. Still gonna put the pressure washer on it. Get a little bit of chemical in it. Make sure that mold doesn't have a way to come back. That's what we're doing today. Oh, no problem, Diggs. We're just doing a little bit of doing a little prep work for some paint. I'll walk you back through it. We prep these windows, cleaned them off, got it back down to most of the wood. This is a historic home in Atlanta, so we're looking at least 100-year-old stuff here. So we want to preserve as much of it as possible. We don't want to just rip things out. And all this wood beneath this paint is pretty good, so we're not too mad about that either. So, got no real complaints here. And of course, that's kind of the coup de grace. And we've been working on that. I may get a coat of primer on it as well. We got some caulking on it the other day before we got rained out. And so, still got a lot to do up top around that brick. You can see it's very abstract looking because of so much paint over the years gotten on there. We're also going to do a little metal work to put a little kind of a drip edge on that part of it as well. Again, we're in the historic West End, and we are working on an old house. It's going to be here probably behind all of us. It was here definitely before all of us. Yeah, I know I should have a mask on. All right, let's get that set up. No more to go up there. We'll get it done. Move to the next part. Let's go take a bath. Jesus. Shower at least, right? Dirt all over us. But we'll make this old house a new house. A regal house. Whew. Well, then. What up, herbalist? What's going on? What is going on? What's up, Patrick? Anytime, Gino. We're out here. That's the house. Getting it together. The shutters are down. I'm gonna be replacing those. I don't have much brickwork or nothing like that to do here, but ripping all of the existing paint off of these bricks, getting it as much off of the wood trim as we can. Oh yeah, I was just, no, we're not necessarily cooled down. I was just trying to get that freaking dust off of me. I've been using a grinder and a flat disc to get the paint off this brick and give me a clean edge here, and it's just covered in various 100-year-old debris. What's up, Joe? Man, it's good to see all y'all in here hanging out, man. Doing a dolo today, like quite often I do. Oh man. Oh, we're gonna tight. The telemarketer scam, so I'm back. Man, this heat will draw it out of you, though. Boy, oh boy. Climbing on that ladder, holding that thing overhead. But look, we're making a mess, so it's a good mess we're making. It's a good mess we're making. It's a good mess we're making. Flat discs and sanding pads and everything. But I think I'll have this one where we can start painting it tomorrow. Today, it's a big old fat prep day. How you doing today, Herbal? Been a few days since I've seen this. How you doing? I don't even be asking. I'm a jerk. My fault. Grabbing up some of this stuff, get it all out of this area right here. Something just flew in my sleeve. That wasn't fun. And we gotta put a couple more things up before we get out of here today, though, because we also want to make sure these windows have a ceiling set up for tomorrow. You put that in, let it dry, cut it loose, cut up whatever's extra, pop over that, then you can paint. And you can paint. I got these two windows right here. I don't even know if I can get up there. The step ladder. I don't know if I would want to bring the big ladder around here. Let's see what it do. Not even close. Alright. That'll be for tomorrow's list of things to do. Ugh. On a hot ass summer day, It has gotten increasingly easier as I become an older man to take my ass home. That didn't used to be the case. I used to be like, I go home when the sun go home. You feel me? But now I just go home. Ugh. Got my stuff here out. And then once you got a plan, you know, once you got a plan for everything, you got a better circumstance all around. Y'all follow me when I do my new channel. I'm gonna do another channel. It's just mostly about business. I don't think a lot of people on this platform, more DIY stuff, not necessarily business stuff, but it is an expertise I happen to have. Been navigating a small business for well into 30 years now, and I think there's a lot of information to pass on. I wish I had somebody to have mentored me through that part of it, made a much easier go of it, perhaps, or maybe I learned the lessons that I need to learn as I learned them. Who knows? But anyway, that's a part of the plan. Keep it in mind. Big burn. Why are there roosters out here? Why are they crowing now? They're supposed to be saving that for the morning. Let's get our paint. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. Not paid, promoted, not sponsored. Just telling you what the good stuff is. Why is the plural for mouse mice, but the plural for house is not heis? I'll bring that up at the next shareholders meeting. Your question will be addressed by the powers that be. And you will have answers on this day. Oh man. Believe it or not, I'm going back home. I never thought I would feel so free, riding away in a Chevrolet. Who could it be? West Desert going home, it ain't free. Alright, y'all, I'm gone. I don't think I can drive with you. I think they'll flag me or something. Let me get up out. Y'all have a great day. Have a great time. And maybe you'll catch me at the shop later on when I'll be building something randomly to keep my peace of mind. Maybe the plural for peace should be pice. Keep my pice of mind. Oh damn, I'm leaving a ladder up on the side of the road. Oh my god. Tripping. That's how it be when you're trying to get out, right? Just mucking up all around. Let's go up there and do our business proper, shall we? Tripping the colors. See you tomorrow. House. Hey girl. Hey girl, can you see her tail wagging? She sees me coming. That's a good truck. That's a good truck. That's a good truck. You happy to see me? You happy to see me? You happy to see me? I'll see if you're happy to see me. Thrilled. Ladies and germs, I'm about this piece. I'll catch y'all next time, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for your likes. Thanks for every part of this thing that you share with me.